Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Jackie. Okay. I'm a Penangite. I'm currently working in Bangkok. So now I'm actually stationed in Bangkok. So I want to welcome everyone to join this training. So this training is actually is for a job. Okay. Then I will call it a mission. Okay, to make it fun. So it's a mission to do transcript for Bahasa Malaysia. So practically you'll be listening to clips in Bahasa Melayu, okay? And then you transcript everything into wordings. Then there will be a system that I will show later lah. I mean in the computer here. Okay, so just to give you a brief about what actually why actually we are doing this. Okay, firstly, okay, I got this project from China. Okay, it's a company making AI app. Okay, AI app for like a translation app. Okay, they are also their previous project is something like Siri, you know, Google, how to say the Google Assistant, you know, all these things. So they how do they do it is that they have multiple languages then to transcribe. So as for an AI to learn, it's like a baby learning a language. So at the moment, everything is like key in, you know, they can know like ABC, you know, 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay, then, but they cannot recognize the intonation of voice. All right. So normally, if you buy a new phone, if you want to use Siri or you want to use Bixby in your Android phone, you have to record your voice and let the AI learn your voice. So when they learn your voice, everyone speaks at a different intonation. So different intonation, different languages have different type of slang as well, all the small little words as well. So all these things we have to teach the AI. So whatever we are doing here, we have to put it inside the system and for the AI to learn. And the AI will learn then they will create the app itself that can translate or even speak simultaneously, okay, to a person. Okay, so this is like a project from China. All right. So I got this project. Then one thing is that it's very hard for them to find Malaysians that are actually Malaysians. Normally, they find Malaysians which are working overseas. Then they are very less in using Bahasa Malaysia, especially. Okay, so that's why I, with the help of Julio, I try to find more and more people to come and help out on this project. So as all of us know, for Malaysians, we speak very rojak, you know. In Bahasa Malaysia, even though we speak as normal, we mix with English, we mix with Hokkien, we mix with even Indian words inside, you know, then all these things, we have to teach the AI how to recognize this, because if you put only Bahasa Malaysia, they will recognize aku, awak, untuk, hendak, menjadi, membuat, you know, very direct. So as you know, as Malaysians, we speak, nak pergi makan je, tak pergi mana pun, you know, all these things, they cannot catch the intonation correctly. So we have to teach them. So what we are doing now is to listen to a clip, then write down everything that the clip says. Then we put it in, then the AI will learn from the clip and learn from the wordings as well. Okay, this is part of what we are doing. All right. So, okay, has everyone seen the presentation that is on the screen now? Have everyone seen it before? You know, go through. So, okay, if there's any questions, you can actually ask me through the chat. So later I will go through question by question on this one. So this one is quite simple and direct. Okay, let me open up the screen. Can still see right now. I put white screen. Okay, everyone can still see, yeah. Okay, so okay, very simple and direct. Okay, first you listen to the audio, then come down. You have to separate the valid and invalid audio. Okay, valid and invalid audio. What's the meaning of valid? Valid means that there's conversation going on, like there's two persons speaking, as long as you can create the word out of it. Okay, create the word out of the conversation. Invalid audio means that it's like silent. SIL is called silent. Okay, noise is like music, like people opening the door, people dragging the car, people dragging the chair. Then we have deaf. Deaf is something that you cannot understand what they are speaking. Double OV, OOV is foreign language. Okay, I will get into all these names in detail later. All right, so this is how we have to separate all the audios. Okay, so next, okay, this is practically how the system looks like. Later, I will log into one of my examples. I will go through a few examples with you. Then you can actually see that how the system really works. All right. So the most important thing here, normally that I will do, okay, is the white line over here. Okay, the white line over here is called VAD, VAD. You can see my mouse, right? Huh? You can see my mouse, right, over here. Okay, so this white line here is all VAD. Okay, and oops. Okay, what have I done? Wait. Okay, sorry, yeah. Okay, I better shrink it like that is better. Okay. Okay. So I continue. All right. So this is the menu side on your left hand side, as you can see over here. This one is for you to choose and tag. It's called the tagging or the labeling of each segment that you separate out. Okay. So when you put on one VAD, it will come out 1, 2, 2, 2 VAD. Then it will come. It will go on and on until how many VAD you put. Then like if you put 50 VADs, there will be 50 segments for you to put the tagging, and also the labeling for each and every item here. So whatever that you hear in the conversation, you type in the content bar over here. Okay, don't worry about the Chinese word. When you log into the system, on the top right hand corner, okay, top right hand corner, you can change the language to English. All right, so it's quite easy to operate as well. All right. So okay, let's go to next very fast. Okay, so as I say, VAD is to separate and segment out whichever people are talking. Example, now I'm talking with Julio. All right, when I talk, I finish, you put a VAD, then continue by Julio. Or if you listen, there's no conversation, you have to put a VAD to separate out. Two different people cannot be in one segment. It has to separate out. All right. So by inserting the VAD, okay, you always have to, when you click, later I will show you an example. You click, there will be a dark blue line and a red line. Okay, dark blue line and a red line. So when you click here, the dark blue line will show that where you listen the conversation to, or where you listen the audio until to. The red line, okay, the red line will be where you can put the VAD. Always remember where the red line is. Then you have to press plus VAD to add on the VAD, or you can press S on your keyboard to add. Okay. So over here, if you you can read over here. Okay. So if you want to delete the VAD, you accidentally put it in. All right. A moment. Julio, how to mute the mic at the moment? Sorry. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Sorry, I continue. Okay. So the rate once the if you want to delete the bed, you have to highlight the bed and then press negative bed. All right. Okay. Or you can press C. All right. You can press C. Okay, to delete out the bed, which is over here. Okay. So, okay, let's move to the next one. Okay. So this one, I think I'll go through very briefly. You can actually read it like a few things that I want to highlight. Okay, is like, okay, one segment, okay, can only be 120 characters. Okay, including the comma, including the question mark, including all the punctuations. All right. So if there's more than 120 characters, you have to separate it. Okay. So like for each and the conversation, okay, you're unable to like determine, okay, the this one. I mean, it's like 1 second of mute, 1 second of you cannot listen to anything, you know, applause, laughter, non-Malay, commercial or songs and everything. You have to record down. Okay, you have to use the verb to separate it out. Okay, so we move on. Okay, this is the specialty of us Malaysians. Okay, over here I want to highlight a few things for the mixture of language. All right, for the mixture of language. So okay, if English word appears, okay, in the conversation, okay, you have to put OOV. Okay, I know that it's quite hard, you know, to differentiate this because sometimes in Malay, when we speak Malay, we mix in the English word. Okay, if I speak the whole, okay, if you listen to the audio and it's a whole sentence is English, you have to quote as OOV. You no need to type out. You just put OOV, which is over here. Okay, like also you have to like for example, okay, over here you can see like if let's say in between of the words, okay, there's an English word like okay when I speak like in one sentence, Bahasa Malaysia and 1 or 2 words is English. All right. The 1 or 2 words, if the English is pure English, like shop is pronounced as shop, you type down as shop. I know that this is a bit confused, but hope you can follow me. If let's say they say is television, okay, Melayu type as television. Okay, so we have to write it as Malay as possible. Okay, as Malay as possible. So, okay, if there's other language, all right, that is like in between, okay, in between the Malay sentence, you can actually write it down. Like Assalamualaikum, you know, tapau, cincai, you know, all these are mixed. I even heard like Tamil words like bora, you know, and all these things. If it's in the middle of the sentence, then it's okay. You just write it down. If it's a sentence alone, is total Cantonese, Chinese, English, you know, Tamil, you can put as OOV. It's a different language than Malay. Okay, I hope you understand this. If you don't understand, you can type in as if you have any questions. All right. So, okay, the next is the capital letters and punctuation. This is also quite important. All right. When you type the whole sentence, of course, the name of a place, the name of a person, you have to write it properly, capital letter. Okay. Or the beginning of the sentence, you write a capital letter. Or the back of a punctuation, you know, other than comma, if it's a full stop, a question mark, or exclamation mark, the next of this punctuation will be a letter, 1 space, then the capital letter. Okay, don't write like 1 sentence space then only the punctuation. No, the punctuation has to stick to the sentence itself. Okay, as per what we we normally type. Okay, so please put in mind, if let's say you hear the clip that is yelling very loud, then normally when we try to express that sentence, we put 2 or 3 exclamation mark. You can only put 1. Okay, if you put too many repeating punctuation, the system will get confused again, because it's like a baby. All right, so even like when I say ha like that, then normally there will be that HMM dot dot dot. Okay, don't put dot dot dot, just put 1 dot will do. All right, so this is something that the earlier class they did like that. There's a lot of mistake in here, so that's why I wanted to highlight this, because if let's say you put it more, then they put it in the system and the system cannot catch, that, oh, why is it like 3 dots over there, it's not a full stop only. So that's why we have to try to adjust it a bit. Then like for Malay words, of course, for example, I put here macam orang-orang over here. When the Malay word has a hyphen, you have to put a hyphen there. Okay, so to understand. Then okay, for numbers and symbols. For numbers and symbols, it has to be written accordingly to whatever that is said out. It cannot be written in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Okay, if it, the example I give here is like 911, it should be recorded as 911. Okay, you cannot put the number 911. Okay, other than any symbols, other than how to say, I mean the symbols that is slash and percentage, okay, you can actually follow accordingly. Like example, when they say, email saya 123@gmail.com. Okay, you can put 123@gmail.com inside your transcript. But other than that, example 3/5, 3/5, you have to write 3/5, it's over like that. Then if 90% is either 90%, you have to write down the full thing, or 90%, depending on the pronunciation in the audio clip. Okay, this is also very important. Okay, the repetition of speech. Okay, this one is very typical Malaysian already. Okay, like we like to say, kejap, 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 3 times. You like to repeat every word like very kanjiong, then we repeat 3 times. So you have to put in kejap, kejap, kejap. If it's 5 times, you have to repeat 5 times as what pronunciation as per the conversation. All right. So, okay, model particles. Model particles is again very Malaysian. Okay. We have a, je, hai, la, all this, it has to be recorded down as well. Okay. If it's a very angry la, you can put an exclamation mark at the back. If it's just a la, you can put a full stop at the back. Okay. It has to be recorded down. Then website names, okay, pronunciation, whatever, what you listen to it, you just transcribe it as normal. Okay. If it's a Malay, it's a Malay. It's an English, it's an English. All right. So, okay, the content of abbreviation. Okay, example. Okay, ini, when it pronounced as ni, then you no need to change to ini. You write ni. Okay, as this one a lot. This one in the conversation a lot. And also na, you no need to change to hendak. Okay, like kejap, normally jap, then you put JAP inside. Okay, so whatever you hear, you just put in accordingly. All right. So okay, if you open up an audio, the audio got nothing at all foreign language or all singing. Got once I open up an audio, there's only Malay word 1, 2, 3. The others are all like 2 minutes of full singing and everything like that, 2.5 minutes. As long as it is 80% that is no conversation inside, once you listen it, then you can put as bad data. Okay, so the bad data button is over here, this one. All right, over here. Okay, so we go back. Okay, overlap sound. Okay, this is a bit tricky as well. Overlap sound means that there's two people talking, okay, especially when the conversation is arguing. So when two person is arguing, try to write down whatever that you listen the clearest. Always when there's overlap, there's always a sound in front. Okay, so when as a sound in that is clearer, you record down the conversation and you no need to put overlap. If you cannot hear anything at all, there's two persons speaking, you can put overlap. Okay, overlap. All right, so what over here as I put, okay, the main and secondary speaker have overlap pronunciation that cannot be segmented. Ignore the secondary speaker, record only the main speaker. All right, if there's two person arguing, or you know they want to pay the bill, jangan saya bayar, you know, all these things, then you record whatever that you can hear from the main speaker. Okay, so if the secondary and the main speaker is the same, you know, the overlaps cannot be distinguished by the segment, the whole sentence will be marked as overlap. All right, okay, this one I know that is a bit a lot of things for you to absorb, but when you do it, then you will understand it more. Okay, so I will send this. We have a new website. Okay, compared to the previous presentation, I will send this presentation inside our group chat. This is the website that you have to log into. Okay, I've changed the website because there's a few bugs inside the previous website. So the technician already prepared it. Okay. So next, okay. So the labels and text description. Okay, what is noise? Noise is such as non-speech, laughter, gasping, screaming, or pure music without lyrics. Okay, this is very tricky. Yeah, remember this part. Pure music without lyrics. Okay, so it is totally different than music. Music is lyrics or songs in music with lyrics or songs in foreign language. So means that you can hear the music and people singing, okay, you tag as music. If it's just music, no people singing, then you tag as noise. All right, you tag as noise. Okay, so for silent, the waveform is very simple. It's just one line. Okay, when you see there's no sound wave at all. It's just one line. That whole part you cut out, put silent. Okay, overlap, as I said, two people or more talking. Okay, deaf means that maybe that guy is mumbling and you cannot hear in between. Okay, whatever that he's speaking, you have to cut out and put as deaf. Okay, deaf and noise has to be separated. You cannot put everything like, if there's someone talking that you cannot understand, then followed by a music, you have to cut out the deaf. Okay, put a vet there, cut out the deaf. Then the music you put as noise. The mumbling part you put as deaf. Okay, OOV. Okay, OOV is non-Malay language, as I explained earlier. Then advertisement, of course, very seldom have advertisement. Okay, now advertisement, of course, that in case there's an advertisement like Milo, Anda jadi sihat dan kuat, you know, all these things is all under advertisement. All right, all right. So just important note, have a look at here. Okay, if the conversation, if you like, okay, for example, you can hear the conversation at that. Sorry, you cannot hear the conversation. You cannot record as, you know, like that. All right, it is wrong to label like that. So later I will show you again. Okay, if the noise and the background, etc., okay, the segment can be understood, please record as normal. If the part of the audio is a noise or deaf, overlap, silent, okay, connect the okay, this one has to be separate. This is wrong part already. Yeah, cannot be connected. So this part, Okay, you have to separate depth and noise. Later I will show you. This is a few adjustments that we make after the first batch of people. All right, the part of the audio has noise and silent. Okay, you can actually connect. This one you can connect together, but it's best that you just separate out the silence. All right. Okay, part of the audio has noise. There's okay. They connect. This one, this part here, is the old part. You can actually ignore. Later, I will show you why. All right. So, okay. Before I move to the next slide, these are all considered, we say, non-conversational hours. Okay. So, whatever that you tag over here, it will not be calculated in the remuneration. Okay. It's not calculated as a payable hours. The payable hours are all in here. Okay, it's all in here. Either BMG or you record as normal or continue. Okay, what is BMG? BMG is another tricky part. Music, okay, with people singing, okay, at the background, but I'm talking. You know, there's the actor or the actress is still talking, and you have to record down the whatever the actor or the actress is talking. Why is it like that? Because we have to tell the system to ignore, when we put BMG, okay, we are telling the system to ignore the background music, all right, and to record, to learn whatever the actor or actress is talking. Okay, this one come out quite often as well. Okay, especially like we are listening to music or whatever, there's a background music. So whatever like that is called BMG, or sometimes the theme music will be there and the actress is still talking. So it has to be BMG, all right? As long as, if let's say there is no one singing, only music and the actor or actress is talking, you just tag as normal. I mean, just write in as normal. But as long as there's a lyric behind the music, then you have to tag as BMG. Okay, and continue. Continue is like, for example, when, you know, over here I put saya nak makan, then glass fall on the floor. Okay, if there's a noise of 1 second, you have to separate out the noise from the conversation, the sentence itself. So when you separate the conversation out, okay, it has to be tagged on like that. All right, line 1 you can put, okay, saya nak makan, second noise, then continue pagi, you know, because saya nak makan pagi, okay, is one whole sentence. All right, so these are all conversational hours. All right, so over here I just explained, okay, if any noise, you know, is more than 1 second, okay, normally this 1 second is in between conversation. If I'm talking too long, I take a it's already 1 second, you know, so you have to separate it out. Okay, so practically that's about it. You know, if you don't understand anything that you see, I mean, during your exercise, then you can actually refer back to this, how to say, I mean, this presentation. Okay, now I see there's two chat, music, Malay lyrics. Oh, okay. Julio already replied the chat. Okay. So now I'm going to, if there's anything, just put in the chat. Then Julio can help to answer you. Okay, now I changed the sharing. One moment. I don't know why I cannot share only the window, but I guess I will share my screen. Oh, okay. Okay. This is going to be a bit noisy. Okay, if you have, okay, before we start, I have to ask a request from you that always when you do the exercise, please wear an earphone, okay? Because it's much clearer that you can hear whatever the people are talking and trying to catch the phrase out, okay? So yeah, this is one very important thing because I tried to use speaker, even I connect to a bigger speaker, I cannot hear clearly as well. All right. So when you log in, okay, let me show now. Okay, can see Julio, is it our task screen, this one?
Yeah, show already. Jackie,
Okay.
can you start at the beginning to
Yeah,
show
that's
them
why.
how to log in?
Okay, one moment, yeah. It's a bit slow. Okay, sorry, technical problem a bit. I think my Wi-Fi just blocked for a while. Okay, so Julio can see clearly, this one.
Yes, can see.
Okay, so okay, as a start, when you open up, it will look like that. Then everyone will have an account number. All right, everyone will have an account number. You can copy the address, okay, from the presentation later. I will send it to the group. Okay, then you can actually put it in here. Okay, like for me, I already have a record here. So you put in your account number, the password, log in. All right, so this is, you're already inside the system. Then you can change the language over here to English. All right, top corner, top right hand corner. All right, then always you will have to go into my task, okay, which is over here. Okay, before that, when you log in the first time, okay, the first time when you log in, that it will pop up like to ask you to write your name, okay, and to repeat your name. You just have to write in your name twice, make sure the spelling is correct, because I can recognize you when you do the work like this account belongs to you. Okay, just write in your name and just press enter. That's it. Okay, then after that the pop-up will be gone. Then you go into my task. Then normally your task will be here. Okay, will be over here. All right, but because I completed all my tasks, so everything, yeah, there's nothing here. So you have not complete. Okay, so normally your task will be in the non-complete area. Then after you do, then it will be in the complete area. All right, so in the complete area, okay, let's say okay, these are all the tasks that I've done. Okay, let's say I just choose one. So when during your task that is in this area not complete, there will be for you to click. Okay, there will be annotate. Okay, sorry, annotate. You just need to click that and you will jump inside the audio already. All right, so I will open up, then I will show you. Let me see. Okay, This one was okay. Okay, so when you click, it will pop up another window. Then it will show you on this part. Why is this so slow today, my? Alamak, hang pula. I think I opened too many things already. Okay. Okay. So it takes longer than usual. Maybe something wrong with my Wi-Fi connection. Yeah, I guess so, because normally it loads very fast as well. So when you open, make sure you wait for it to load to 100. Okay, then after that you can continue. Okay, so when it comes out, you can see this is the waveline of the audio. Okay, this is the waveline of the audio. Always the first step, always come to this part here. We say 50x means that it's only half of the waveform that you can see. So always change into 100. Okay, always change into 100. Then from here, okay, this is the start. Okay, we put here. So, okay, let's see over here. Over here, okay, this one is the only thing that cannot translate into English. I'm so sorry about that. So, but when you hover it over these three Chinese words, okay, you can have F1, F2, F3. F1 is noise, F2 is deaf, F3 is silent, you know, overlap. So you can actually hover through this and click whatever that you want to tag. Okay, when you put like the VAT, one of the VAT here, okay, then number one will come out, number two, so and so forth. All right. Let's say, okay, let's say I click. Okay, if you click here, when you click here, you will listen to whatever you put the first VAT. Then you write it down here, over here. Then this part is a noise. There's nothing, no one talking. So you can go to this area here. All right. I just delete it. Okay. You go to this here, make sure that this place is highlighted up. Yeah. Make sure that there's a blue highlighted up over here. Then only you go and choose noise. Or you can just highlight this one. Okay, make sure that it's highlighted over here, number 2. Then you can press F1. It will show as well. Okay, this is a fast key. I mean, you get a hold of it slowly. All right. So, okay, for example, the next one, macam ni. Okay, can everyone hear, right, the sound of the audio? Everyone can hear, right?
Yes, can hear. Yes.
Okay. So, okay. Let's say if I don't want this line to be here, all right, I just highlight it. Okay, highlight it like that. I press C, C for cat, or I can press negative VAT, okay, to delete the VAT. Okay, if I press C, it's gone. It's gone. All right. If I want to add the VAT, how do I add? Always remember, when you click here, you can see the blue plus the red line here. When you press space bar, the blue line will go. Okay, when you press space bar or you want it to stop, wherever you listen to, you press the space bar. It's faster. No need to come here, then press, you know, susah sikit. You know? So you just press the space bar. Then to stop, you press the space bar again. All right. So over here, the red line, if you, let's say, for example, okay, I'm here. Then I want to stop here. I know that she's talking over here. All right. I want to stop here. So you have to make sure that you click this line and make the red line here. Okay. Red line mari sini, baru you add that. Okay, add that, or you press S. Okay, then it will come up there, another segment for you already. So segment number 3. Now, because just now I deleted, okay, this one, you can write, okay, is it correct? You listen one more time. Okay, correct. Macam ni. Okay, so practically this is how you want to listen to this segment here. You press the 2, there's number here, right? Down here. Number 9, number 10. Okay, so you can press here to listen to the segment. Whichever you press, it will highlight over here. But always remember, like when you press, yellow will come up, they will play for you. But if you want to write in anything, make sure you click and there's a blue box around it, then only you write. My mistake last time, I always forget. So I always write, I deleted whatever I wrote there. So it will quite frustrated sometimes. Okay, just as long as you get to know the system, then it will be quite okay. All right. All right. So let me see what I can show you over here. Is there any BFG? This one mostly noise. Okay. So, okay, I have mentioned about continue. All right. Continue. So, okay, now I'm at 55, but now over here only showing this. So you can either use this scroll to scroll down to 55, or you can click here when you hover your mouse over 55 over here on the line. You can click, okay, you see over here. When you click here, it will bring you to 55. You don't need to scroll. Okay, this is one of the tricks as well. So, okay, you listen 55. Okay. Okay, let me do an example for you. Okay, you see, over here is the same girl that is speaking. The actress is speaking, number 55 over here. All right, but okay, you listen one more time.
Minta maaf kerana saya sembunyikan identiti saya selama ni.
Okay, so because that there is a pause, but it's a whole word. It's a whole sentence. It's a full sentence here. Because there's a pause in the middle here, there is more than 1 second. Okay, 1 second. You have to separate it out. How do you do it? Okay, you can check it first whether is it. You highlight it. You can check it. Okay, when you highlight it, automatically the blue line will go 1 time for you. Then you listen. There's no conversation at all. Am I correct? Okay, you are correct already. Then you check over here. You see the small little timer here? The small little timer here indicates the place that you highlight, okay, is 1.73 seconds. All right. So yes, you have to put in the back in order for you to secure this as another segment. All right. So what we will do now, normally for me to be fast, when you highlight, you press S or you put plus back. Okay, you see 2 lines come out. I cut out for you already. Okay, so it's easier to do like that. So you listen again.
Minta maaf.
Minta maaf is here. This is a noise.
Kerana saya sembunyikan identiti saya selama ni.
Kerana saya sembunyikan identiti saya selama ini. Okay, so this part is on 57 over here. So I put at 57. Then over here, because it's a noise, so I put as F1. Okay, you see, if I put wrongly, I just hover like that. Without the blue, this one, I push F1, my minta maaf is gone. You know, if you type a very long sentence, you have to listen all over again. So be very careful. Okay, So I write back minta maaf. And there's no undo button. I'm very sorry about that. So that's why if you make a mistake, you have to retype everything. Okay. So because number 55 and 57 is one sentence. All right, is one sentence. Then minta maaf, comma. All right, minta maaf, comma. Number 56 is a noise because it's over how to say 1 second. All right. So I put number 56, F1, noise. Number 57, the continuation of the sentence here, we put as continue. Continue, you can go here and press continue here, or for me, I press F8. So whenever there's a continuation between these two lines, okay, the first letter cannot be cannot be capitalized. Okay, cannot be a capital letter. All right. So please make sure these are very important as well. Yeah. Okay. So okay, then okay, over here I would okay, next let me see what I can show you again. Okay. Next, let's see the conversation.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak sebab awak memang berat pasal saya.
Tak adalah, saya cuma risaukan pasal.
Terima
Okay.
kasih banyak-banyak sebab awak
You
memang
see
berat pasal saya.
28 and 29. Okay, as long as there's two person talking, you have to separate already. All right.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak
This
sebab awak memang
girl
berat pasal
talking,
saya.
which is the actress, the name is Nurul.
Tak adalah, saya cuma risaukan pasal awak je. Tapi nanti kalau awak ada apa-apa, awak call je saya.
Okay, so okay, when I play 29, because of the whole sentence, you see this 29 here, the whole sentence is too long for me to put in one line because already 92 characters. You can see the characters over here at the back. So if I put, okay, let's say for example, I just make an example. It's already 126 characters. All right, 126 characters here. So I cannot fit in. So I have to cut off. All right. So when I cut off, I have to make sure that it's a proper sentence. All right. So I cut off as awak call je saya. Then I put a comma. Then I put a continue here. Okay, this you have to remember. You have to put a continue. Then the first word, no need to put capital letter. All right. Then another thing is okay is spelled as O-K-E-Y. Okay, this is set by the Chinese side. All right. Normally I put O-K-A-Y, but I say that in the dictionary is O-K-E-Y for Malay. So we have to follow. All right. So whatever that you see here, okay, if let's say the okay is very long, you can see number 33 here, right? The one that I highlight, you cannot have multiple dots like that. It's wrong. Okay. Then if let's say you put okay, you cannot spacebar and then put exclamation mark or question mark. Cannot do like that. The punctuation has to be exactly after the word. Okay, so this is some small little adjustment that you have to really go into. So when you type comma, then okay, no need capital letter. Okay, comma, no need capital letter. But as long as there is, let me find, okay, then you see here, number 26 over here.
Dah macam ni. Awak buat je kerja awak tu. Okay, awak jangan fikir-fikir sangat pasal benda ni. Tak ada benda lah.
Okay, benda ni. Because it's the end of this one, you can put in as one, because it's the same person that is talking. So you can put in as one segment over here. Okay, tak ada benda lah is a separate one. It actually depends on how you interpret the conversation itself. Okay, we have to make it as real as possible. And another thing I want to teach, to highlight is that, okay, let me see.
Tak adalah, saya cuma
Okay, you see over here.
risaukan pasal awak je.
If you are not sure, you are not
nanti
sure
kalau awak ada
whether
apa-apa, awak
you are
call
not
saya.
sure whether the noise, okay, is long or short. You can always like, for me when I start, I will listen the first time, okay. The second time I will put in the back, you know, accordingly. Then I separate whether like, oh, I can see that the noise is too long or everything. If a girl talking, if a guy talking, or I cannot listen to it, anything, you know, I separate everything with the back. Then only I go through one by one to listen. But if like this whole conversation here, okay, I put in as this one, the guy is speaking. So I will have to type out and I will know that it has to be 2 segments. Okay. Actually, the conversation is until number 30 over here.
Bila masa pun tak apa.
So I have to segment out. Normally, you just listen one time first. Then the second time when you type, then you listen part by part. Then you know where to cut off. All right. So other than that, like for example, you're not sure over here, this part don't know whether is it 1 second or not. You can just highlight this part. Then it's 0.76 seconds. So you can just ignore, just put it inside like that. Okay. As long as it's 1 second or exactly 1.000 second, then you have to put in. Okay. Have to put in and segment out as a noise. All right.
Bila masa pun tak apa.
Okay. So let me see, is there any BFG here? No. Okay. Let me go out again. Let me say first. Let me choose and see. I'm not sure whether this one will BFG or not. Okay. So always as, okay. Always as first step. Change to 100. All right. So, okay, over here you can see silent. Just now got no silent. Silent is always like that. One line only, then you cut. No need to listen also. One line means nothing already. You cut, put silent. Silent is F3. Okay. Handphone sound, all like that, put noise. Okay. All put noise.
Apa lagi lah mamak poyo ni nak. Memang taklah aku nak jawab.
Okay. Like,
taklah aku nak jawab.
you see, like number 5 here, when you listen, there's a background sound. Okay, there's a background sound of the handphone music. So you just, because the music is not seen by anyone, so you can just record as normal. Okay, record as normal whatever the actor or actress is speaking. All right. Okay, then music. If let's say it's only music, you just put music. Sorry, music is with lyrics. Okay, got someone singing. All right. Okay, OOV. This is an OOV here. What do you mean by OOV? And here, this is the thing that I did. Like yesterday, I said it Pora. First time I hear Indian. It's inside the whole clip. Okay. So you have to cut out, you know, this part. All right. This is the theme music. All right. This is the theme music. So you can actually go all the way. Okay. And just put music. Okay. You want to listen the whole thing also, but for me, I will skip a bit lah, and like just sample sedikit lah, then silent. Okay. Then let me see.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. Nothing much over here. Let me see.
Nurul masih marahkan abang kan pasal itu. Okay, abang minta maaf sangat. Okay. Abang cuma nak tanya Nurul ni, dah bagi tahu ke belum Mak Nurul? Apa yang kita bincang itu?
Okay. Now you see over here number 30, starting number 30 is already the guy speaking. Number 30 until 32 3 is the guy speaking. Because the conversation is so long, so that I have to separate in 2 continue. Why do I have 2 continue here? The first part is this one, number 30.
Nurul masih marah.
Then there's a noise here. There is more than 1 second. Okay. Then the continuation of this sentence.
Abang cuma nak tanya Nurul ni, dah bagi tahu ke belum
Okay.
Mak Nurul?
Then because it's already 100 characters here, I know that this one definitely cannot fit in anymore. So I continue again to put in to separate this out. If this one can be continued here, no problem, as long as not over 120 characters. Okay, this is quite something.
Kenapa
that,
pula Nurul yang kena bagi tahu? Ha?
okay, let's hear what's the OOV.
No way, okay.
No,
No
way,
way,
okay. Okay, this one English, so we have to separate out. I want over here. I don't have deaf. Okay, a moment. Yeah, I try to find example of Studio, you help me to see any question. You can let me know.
Okay, okay.
We continue. Okay, BMG. This is what I want to show. Number 29. Okay, you see, the theme music is at the back and they are singing, all right? But there's someone talking in front of the music. This is called BMG. BMG can use continue together, okay? If let's say the conversation is too long, we can continue with BMG. Like for example, okay, I just, like if you press another F8, it can be used together. Okay, if the conversation is too long or there's a music in between, then you can actually use continue, all right? So you see over here is more than 1 second. So I cut it out. Okay, I cut it out, the music.
Saya tahu awak seorang kerja
Okay,
yang bagus,
different person speaking. All right, and
rakan yang baik dengan adik saya Haikal, dan juga seorang jiran yang sangat-sangat prihatin.
okay, this one.
Saya tahu awak seorang kerja yang bagus.
Okay, this one, because that it's the same person, I put it as a separate, is because that the sentence is finished. There's no continuation of the sentence already. Okay, so if there's a continuation of the sentence, then you actually have to put continue, all right? But this one is already okay, I spot something here. You see, always behind this one, the sentence, you have to put a full stop over here. All right, please take note of that. And boss is spelled as BOS. This is also from the dictionary.
Ayalah puji saya macam tu. Saya ni biasa je.
Then you can hear at the back
Biasa tak
got
betul.
music, BMG. Deaf. Okay, finally we got that. I cannot hear what he say, kerja or whatever, you know, but that's why I put as deaf. It has to be separate from the conversation and the noise.
No. Apa ni? Dia masak je datang sini sebab yalah hari ni.
Stop.
Dia.
Okay. Even though it's a bit, okay, this one already. So I cannot I don't know what they are saying. So I have to cut out this part that I don't know what they are saying to put as deaf. All right, then they continue. Okay.
Kal, saya tak jadi lah kau apa.
Okay.
Oh, kau nak keluar ke?
So practically, I've shown you continue noise. Continue noise, BMG, music, OOB, everything. Okay, overlap. overlap. I need to find an example for overlap. All right, one moment ya. I know that it's already 1 hour. Semua orang pun sudah tired. Okay, tunggu saja. Last one. Okay, let me see. Overlap tak ada. Kenapa tak ada? Okay. Yeah, I just want to highlight one thing. You see over here is the file sequence. All right. So when you start, after you finish, always remember to hit save. All right. To hit save. Okay. Then you go to the next one. Okay. Then you do again. Then you go to the next. Then you save again and do it. Okay. So always remember, or you want to go back to the previous one, you press previous. Okay, it's over here. So if let's say for your account when you're doing, after you press save and everything, then you can press submit. All right, you can press submit directly so that it will submit to me. I have to QA. After I QA, then we will put it in the system. All right, so I have to go through to see that, okay, maybe you have something that is wrong, or like the question mark you put wrongly, or the dots you put extra dot, extra question mark, something like that. Okay, we have to go through. So this one.
Jackie,
Yes.
now already 10 p.m. Malaysia
Yeah, I
time,
know.
10 p.m.
I know. I'm trying to find the overlap. Wait. Overlap is a very rare thing unless they are arguing. So of course, it's a very happy series and happy talking type of, very easy to listen, easy listening. This one. It's mostly noise, deaf, music, So you can see practically like most of the things are overlap. I try to record and can send it, like I use my handphone to record and put inside the group so that at least everyone can understand. So practically this is the whole system itself. Okay, the whole system itself. I know that the first time it will be very hard, for you to adjust yourself to do the system. So everyone that is attending today, okay, everyone that's attending today, I will prepare the accounts for you to try out. Okay, I will put in the audios for you to your account. I will update it in our group. Everyone's account number, so that I think I will try to put like not more than 5 clips for you to try out. All right. So try your best to do it on yourself. Any question, text to me. Okay. And try to finish everything within like 1 day before tomorrow is Thursday, before Friday. Friday you have to submit to me. Okay. Then if you have any question you don't understand, you can text me or Julio. Okay, or Julio to see that what we can actually help you out. Anytime, 24 hours. Jangan 24 hours saya pun nak tidur. Okay, just like anytime lah, actually anytime lah. Just leave me a message. Okay, and any questions, anything so far? Very quiet this group. Can I hear you?
No question.
Oh, no question. Okay.
No question. So far okay.
So far okay, yeah. So far okay.
So far okay.
Okay,
I
okay.
think-
So far so good.
Maybe.
You have to practice. I mean, I know.
Yeah. I think during the practice, I think maybe we will come. We will see any problems.
Yeah. Because it's very new to me. Okay, to be honest, you will have to spend quite a long time for the first time, when you do it. But after that, like me and Julio, after the first time, we were struggling like hell. And of course, we don't speak Malay very often. Okay, then we struggle listening over and over again. Then it took us quite a while, like for 1 hour to do like a 3-minute clip. 1 hour to do
1
it.
hour.
Yeah, I mean, we totally do not understand the system and everything at all. Have to,
Yes,
apa ni bad? Okay, then we try as well. Then after that, we get a hold of it and everything. Then now we can finish up like within like 20 minutes or 25 minutes like that for one clip. So a proper clip that can really like, separate out nicely the noise and everything and together with writing. So it depends on how much you do it and how fast can you do it as well. And I believe that it will be a plus point for native speakers that I think it will be a very fun job. And always I would like to repeat that don't feel so stressed about doing this. When you listen to for me, I always listen to the clips, and now I'm following the clips in the story in the clips. I know who is you will hear Haris, Abang Along, you will hear Nurul,
So
all
you
this.
can
Then this guy cemburu this guy, then this guy want to kawin with this. The brother like the sister, the sister's friend, all this. So try to
plot.
very drama. This one very dramatic. So try to enjoy it, So the more you do, then the more like you want to follow the show the movie I mean, this is I think it's a series called The Maid in Malaysia. The Maid. I don't know whether you can find online or what. One of my students, the first batch, they go and find the name and everything. Haris, Nurul. The Nurul is not Nurul. It's Noorul. They spell correctly and everything, very cute. So that's why I'm starting to enjoy as well. Okay, so I don't want to take up much of the time. So that's about it, Then I will arrange with Julio on the names and the accounts. Then I will put it in. So tomorrow when you get the audios, okay, try to log in and then try to do it and pass to me on Friday. The best to pass to me on Friday, so that submit to me so I can have a listen and everyone can feedback as well. If I will try to do like one-on-one training with everyone to choose one audio to train with you as well. If you are not really sure, no problem. This one can be done. Okay. So okay. It's already proposed to flow. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Bye
everybody.
bye. Bye bye. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Jackie and all.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
So Jackie, stop recording.
Oh, okay. I always forget. Wait. How to stop? Oh.